95% of who you are is a subconscious or unconscious state of being. We are conscious of only about 5% of our cognitive activity. So most people don't actually understand how their mind works. They don't understand how the conscious mind works. They don't understand how the subconscious mind works. Most people don't even realize that the subconscious mind creates 95% of your outer reality. And so if you aren't happy with the results you're getting in your life, then the only way to change those results is to change the programming of the subconscious mind. So in this video, I'm going to teach you about the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and the differences so you can have a better idea of the two. And then I will also teach you how to reprogram the subconscious mind so that you can get the results that you want in your life. So let's take a look at the differences. So this conscious mind is 5%. The subconscious mind is 95%. So your subconscious mind is creating 95% of your outer reality, and we're only using our conscious mind 5% of the time. So this is why we need to put more of the focus on our subconscious mind, because it's ruling our life. The conscious mind accepts and rejects ideas. So it can accept and reject them, whereas the subconscious mind only accepts. The conscious mind is known as the educated mind, whereas the subconscious mind is the emotional mind. Your conscious mind is used for critical thinking and logical thinking. It's your short-term memory, your willpower, and it's the analytical mind. Whereas the subconscious mind is where your beliefs are, your creativity, your long-term memory, your emotions, your values, your self-image, your intuition, your habits and addictions, your imagination. So you can see how much the subconscious mind is actually responsible for your habits and addictions, your self-image and values. So this is why we want to put more of the focus on the subconscious mind. Right, so I'm going to give you some more facts on the differences between the two because I couldn't fit them all on my whiteboard. Let's go. So our conscious mind can handle one item of info or task at a time. The subconscious mind can handle multiple operations simultaneously. The conscious mind makes rational and logical decisions. The subconscious mind is habitual, makes decisions based on past experiences. The conscious mind is solution-oriented and wants to change. The subconscious mind is problem-oriented and prevents change. The conscious mind believes itself to be in control. The subconscious mind controls 95% of our life without our knowing. The conscious mind is the programmer of the subconscious mind. So that means we can consciously reprogram the subconscious mind to change beliefs, emotions, and habits. So that's the good news. We can consciously reprogram the subconscious. And the subconscious mind runs its programs on autopilot. So most of our subconscious activity and behaviors were programmed without our awareness. So our subconscious mind was programmed in the first 7 years of our life. So in the first 7 years, when you're a child, you're in what's known as the theta brainwave. So there are different brainwaves, and right now, like as an adult, when you're conscious and you're awake, you're in beta brainwave. But in the first 7 years of your life, you are in theta. And this is known as the hypnosis state. This is when the subconscious mind is wide open. And in that first 7 years, you don't have a conscious mind. You don't have an intellectual mind. You just have the subconscious. So this is why children are like sponges that soak everything up, because their subconscious mind is wide open and information is just going straight into it. And so in that first 7 years was when your subconscious mind was programmed. You are a product of your environment. Whatever was going on around you in that first 7 years played its part in helping to program you. will program your subconscious. So for example, if you were growing up in a family that was poor and they were talking about lack of money, not having enough money, I can't afford this, whilst your subconscious mind was wide open, that's going straight into your subconscious mind, and that's programming your subconscious to be in lack of money. And that's the results you end up getting in your life, is lack of money because of the programming that was done in the first 7 years. So realizing this is a bit of a game changer, because you can understand why you have the programming you have, and then you can also change this programming, which I'll teach you how to do that. So the subconscious mind, another cool fact about it is it doesn't know the difference between what is real and what is imagined. So it believes anything, whether it makes no sense, it doesn't have to make any logical sense, but the subconscious mind will still believe it. So this is how we can actually manifest and create our reality, because when imagination is a very powerful tool that we can use to create the reality we want, to create our dream life. So because the subconscious mind creates 95% of your outer reality, and your subconscious mind will believe anything, even if it makes no logical sense, it doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's imagined, then you can use your imagination to imagine the life you want, and your subconscious mind will believe it, and then the subconscious mind will bring it into your reality. That's how manifestation works. The two most important things with manifesting is using imagination is because it's a powerful tool, but also you've got to take into account the programming of the subconscious mind. If you have had negative programming, or say programming around lack of money, and you're trying to manifest financial abundance, you won't get the financial abundance until you change that programming. So how do we do that? Firstly, there are two ways, okay? So you reprogram through either hypnosis or repetition, and I recommend both. So with hypnosis, that is getting yourself to tap into that theta brainwave that I mentioned, right? So in the first 7 years, you're in theta brainwave, the subconscious mind's wide open, that's when you were programmed. So we can tap into the theta brainwave through meditation. So when we meditate, right, we sit down, we close our eyes, what we do is we're disconnecting from the outer world. And we start putting the focus on the inner world, and the neocortex will start slowing down our brainwaves. So we will drop from beta brainwave into alpha, and then from alpha into theta. When we are in theta, we are now in that hypnosis state. We are now in our subconscious, and it is ready to be reprogrammed. So the key with meditating is what you're wanting to do is you want to break through the analytical mind. So I learned this from Dr. Joe Dispenza. He talks about having the conscious mind and the subconscious mind, but you have to break through the analytical mind into the subconscious. And again, you do this through meditation. So what I would recommend to do, if you say you have been programmed to be in lack of money, then what you do is you can listen to like audio recordings. Like I listen to what's called a success hypnosis. It's an audio recording that talks about, having financial abundance, basically, right? So what you do is you put your headphones in and you go into a meditative state, and as you're going into this meditative state, your brainwaves are going to slow down and you're going to drop down, and then boom, you're in theta. So while you're in that theta brainwave, whilst listening to some type of success hypnosis, that is how you reprogram the subconscious mind. You do it through meditation, you put headphones in, you listen to some type of audio recording that you can use to reprogram. So let's say the success hypnosis, and that is now going straight into your subconscious mind. Now you do this daily. You can't just do this once and expect to have new programming. You have to do it consistently. So it doesn't have to be a long time. It could be like 10 minutes. You're just listening to a recording as you're meditating, and do that every day, and you'll notice a difference and a change and a shift within you and your reality. Now, another thing that I recommend doing is observing your thoughts and the stories that you tell yourself, because a lot of these beliefs, a lot of these stories, a lot of our thoughts are running on autopilot, meaning we're unaware. And if we are unaware, we can't change anything. And if we're unaware, it's going to keep, ruling our life. So awareness is key. Awareness is 90% of your transformation. So what I recommend doing is observing your thoughts through meditation. You could, like I talk about this candle meditation that I use, where you stare at the candle flame and you just observe your thoughts. It doesn't matter if your thoughts are positive or negative. It's not about controlling thoughts. It's just observing what's coming up. Observing so you can become aware. And you want to become aware of the stories that you tell yourself, because stories are the same thing as beliefs. And earlier we looked at the difference between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. The beliefs are in the subconscious. So whatever you believe to be true is what you will experience in your reality. So if you have beliefs or stories you're telling yourself, let's say you have a story that you're telling yourself that you're not worthy of earning lots of money, then that belief or story will rule your life until you change it. So that's why I recommend observing your thoughts and beliefs and stories. Just sit down, observe what's coming out so you can be aware. Then once you're aware of it, then you can you write a new belief to counteract that belief that's basically not serving you. So let's say you have a belief that I am not worthy of earning like $1 million a year. So you can write a new belief that I am worthy of having financial abundance, right? So that's the new belief to counteract that old belief. And then what you do is you reprogram the mind through repetition. That was the other way, right? Hypnosis and repetition. So you write your new beliefs or your new stories, and then you just repeat them to yourself every single day. Repeat them until eventually you will get to that point where you have actually reprogrammed the subconscious. And you will know this because you will get to that point where it's like you know that you don't need to keep repeating it because you now believe it. That's what you want to do. You want to repeat it until you actually believe it, because again, beliefs create reality. So that's how you reprogram the subconscious mind. Hypnosis, using meditation to tap into the theta brainwave whilst listening to some type of audio recording, or become mindful of your thoughts and your beliefs and stories and reprogram with new, better beliefs and stories. When you spend the time doing this, you will notice a shift within yourself, and there will be a shift within your reality, because 95% of your outer reality comes from the programming of the subconscious mind. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you got some sort of value out of it, let me know by giving me a thumbs up or even write a comment. And if you like this sort of content, then subscribe and hit that bell notification. I hope you have an awesome day. Peace.